Om Shanti, English avyakt versions. 4th of December 1972. Where are all of you sitting at this time? Are you sitting in the corporeal world or in the subtle world? In the subtle world. Do you experience yourself to be beyond the attraction of this corporeal world? Or is it only whilst you are stable in the angelic form that no attraction of the corporeal world can attract you towards itself? Are you able to make yourself detached from the various types of attractions of this corporeal world in a second and so be loved by the Father? Do you experience the stage of being beyond karmic bondages whilst performing actions and being free from bondage? Bandhan Mukta. From having been in bondage, Bandhan Yukta, if each of you spiritual great souls, Mahavirs, were to receive a direction to go beyond the consciousness of the body this moment, to be bodiless, to be soul conscious, to be free from all bondages, and to remain accurately in yoga, Yog Yukta, would you be able to stabilize yourself in this stage in 1 second? Had yogis are also Had yogis are able to stop breathing for as long as they want. In the same way, are you easy yogis, natural yogis, constant yogis, karma yogis, the most elevated yogis, able to create whatever type of thoughts you want on the basis of the knowledge given by Baba, the bestower of life? Can you stabilize yourselves in that thought at that time for as long as you want? To entertain yourself with many pure thoughts in one moment and to stabilize yourself in one pure thought the next moment. Are you able to practice this easily? In the physical way, you are able to stop yourself whenever you want. Of, of whom is there the praise of having had the stage of being unshakable and immovable? You great souls, Mahavirs, are the elevated souls who follow elevated directions. Srimad, are you not? Apart from following the elevated directions, Srimad, you have stopped following any other directions, have you not? Other directions do not wage war on you, do they? Even the dictates of your own mind, Manmat, should not wage war on you. Of course, you have stopped following the dictates of scripture writers, gurus, and your iron aged relations. However, the dictates of the mind, Manmat, means that thoughts are created on the basis of the temporary sanskars of souls. And if you put those thoughts into words or actions, what would you call that? What would you call that, Shrimat? Or would you call the creation of wasteful thoughts, Shrimat? Those who are following Shrimad cannot create even one thought based on the dictates of their own mind or even based on the dictates of other souls. Because the speed of your stage is not fast, one or another dictates of your own mind or of others is mixed with Shrimad. Just as when you drive a physical car, if any rubbish is even slightly mixed with the petrol, that is, if the petrol is not refined, the car will not be able to pick up speed. In the same way, the speed here is also not increasing. Check yourself or have it verified as to whether there is anything mixed in. Anything mixed does not allow you to be fixed. There continues to be fluctuation. Elevated souls, multi-million times fortunate souls, do not take even one step without earning an income of multi-millions. You know how to do this spiritual drill, do you not? To be incorporeal at one moment, to be angelic in the next, and to be a karma yogi in the corporeal form in the next. It should not take long. Just as the corporeal form belongs to you, in the same way, the incorporeal form and the angelic form also belongs to you. Do they not? Why should it take long to adopt to something that belongs to you? It would take time to adopt something that does not belong to you, and you would have to think about it. But this is your own original form. Just as you put on and take off a physical costume according to your task, in the same way, You have to adopt the costume of the corporeal body according to the task and then be detached from it. However, just as when a physical costume is tied, you are not able to take it off easily. So, too, if the costume of the body is tied because of attraction to the body, the world, and Maya, that is, if the soul is pulled by those things, then the costume would not be taken off easily. That is, you will not be able to become detached easily, but it will take time and there will be tiredness. When any task is not possible, there is tiredness or distress. Distress does not allow you to stabilize yourself in one place. So, why did this wandering around the path of devotion begin? When the soul became weak from adopting a body and then becoming detached from it, when the consciousness of the body pulled towards itself, the soul then became distressed and started to wander around. However, all of you elevated souls can now go beyond the attractions of your bodies in a second. Do you have such a practice? When is it time for the examination of the practice? When there is a great force of the suffering of karma? When the physical senses are completely under the influence of the suffering of the karma? It is known as great pain. They say that they have a great deal of pain and that was why they forget a little. However, this is the time for the tug of war. This is the time for the tug of war. Only those who transform the suffering of karma into karma yoga, only such souls who tolerate everything through the physical senses as detached observers are called the eight jewels. They are victorious at such a time because the eight jewels have the eight powers all the time. Only such souls who become part of the eight are those who give the blessing of the powers for a short time to the devotees and so become special deities. To such Mahavir souls who are embodiments of power, who have eight arms, that is, are complete with the eight powers, to the most elevated souls who are able to control their thoughts in a second, to the soul who give all souls the introduction of the Father, to the souls who enable those souls who are separated from the Father to meet the Father, to the souls who enable thirsty souls to be fulfilled for all time, to such souls who are free from all bondage, Bandhan Mukt, accurate in yoga, Yog Yukt, accurate in method, Yukti Yukt, and liberated in life, Jivan Mukt. Love, remembrance, and Namaste. A Mela Mini means a meeting. What will be the last Mela here? Relate the things of the confluence stage. You will have the Karmatid stage when you first have the Mela. There will be the Mela of having equality between the sanskars of the father, the virtues, and the virtues of the father, the speed of his task, and the avyakt and incorporeal stages. When souls celebrate the Mela of being equal to the Father, there will be the cries of victory, and destruction will then come close. Equality to the Father will bring destruction closer. What happens after you have a Mela? There is extreme silence. So, souls will also celebrate the Mela and then go into the stage of retirement. Call it the stage beyond sound or the Karmatid stage, but there will first be this Mela. अच्छा ओम शांति